and a video out. Barbershop Podcast. What we got, Ryan Cannon, episode 85?
It's up there. It's definitely up there.
It's up there. Episode 85, getting bigger, better, stronger, and faster each and every week. From the city of Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, the very best in live music, musicians, bringing you the very good stuff from Boxo's studio. This is Barbershop Podcast each and every Wednesday. And, wow, we had a bit of a ruckus getting going, didn't we, Ryan?
Yeah, we did. It was, we did the big recording, the Exile on Main Street that everybody saw last week. We did that recording on Thursday, which caused us to, we had to uproot everything and start from scratch. So, yeah,
Yeah, and pulled all the gear in. It was in a big pile. Plug this in. This works. This doesn't work. You know, whatever's good. But we got it happening. And it's certainly a happening evening, as it is each and every week. Another great band from Hamilton playing their unique blend of music. Dig these cats. And I think you're going to too. We're going to find out about their history, their story in music, and proud to have them on the show. I want you to welcome Dead End Sessions, and I'm going to introduce Nate Waldes, singing and playing the acoustic guitar tonight. How are you doing tonight, Nate?
I'm doing excellent. How
Excellent. Are you? Troy Mosley on the bass. Troy, thanks for coming out.
Absolutely, thank you.
Absolutely is right. And Adam Plasko. Adam.
Thank you so much for having us here.
Yeah, and I know, and unfortunately, Jeff Benning couldn't make it tonight because he's a goalie. And if you're Canadian and you're on a pickup team and you play and you're a goalie, you know, as much as you love rock and roll, goalies are precious. They're pretty indispensable. So if you're a goalie, the allegiance is some kind of slide to the left, a little bit to the right, but you came in and you're representing tonight, and I really appreciate that. Dead End Sessions. Tell me about your journey in music. When was that experience where music kind of hit you and grabbed you?
All right. Well, you know, grew up around music, a lot of music in the household, playing on the radio and stuff like that. Took piano lessons at a very young age, but the structure of that, you know, eventually kind of got tired of it. And then I remember my first real musical snap, I would call it. I was listening to Black Sabbath, Master of Reality in my parents' basement, and I had the headphones on the big like 90s stereo, and I felt something in me that was like, okay, this is what I got to do. Yeah. And from there, it's been quite the journey. Care for more?
No, yeah. I'm always interested because a lot of times
okay,
it's what about the first live music experience? When's the first time you saw somebody playing live?
I mean, so I did the piano. That was a lot of, you know, classical learning, a lot of notes and stuff like that. I'm a color outside the lines kind of guy. I had to write my own stuff. So eventually I started taking guitar lessons, learn, you know, the basics of guitar. But when it got too structured, I kind of flaked out from there. Where I really learned my chops live was living in Dunnville, Ontario. I picked up the acoustic guitar rather than the electric, and I had mentors. Ray Lyle taught me a lot of what I know. He vocally, I taught.
Great. Sorry, musician.
Took vocal lessons with him for probably a year, I would say, and Rob Lamoth as well.
Wonderful singer-songwriter.
And between those two, I picked up enough from the two of them, and playing live at the Flyers Cafe in Dunnville on a monthly basis.
Down there. It's not huge, but the talent is thick, isn't it?
That's exactly what it is, and it was a great time. I loved every minute of it. It was the highlight of my month playing at the Flyers Cafe, but did it so often that I really got a feel for live music, both playing, stage presence, storytelling, stuff like that. But eventually you have to kind of evolve. And for me, I've always had the desire to be in a band. All my music, I felt like I could play it with a band. So I moved to Hamilton for that reason. I said to my girlfriend, I said, we're going to move to Hamilton. I want to join a band. I want to, you know, live the Hamilton band rock star life.
Yeah, live the life. It's
and
true.
So we packed up, we moved to Hamilton. I don't think we were here maybe 4 months, and then I was sitting at home on the couch in my undies, browsing Kijiji, and I see an ad on Kijiji, Dead End Sessions, looking for a singer. So I thought, well, hey, I'll send them some of my stuff. What's the worst that could happen? So I sent them a video I did of, I played on Moose FM in Caledonia to advertise for River Arts Festival in Dunnville. And I sent them that, and I got an email from Adam, I don't know, within the day, and he said, let's jam tomorrow. And it was like a Saturday morning, we went and jammed, and then since then it's been, I've been with these guys.
Mm-hmm. So Adam, is you the one who puts together and the band and kicks the ass and books the gigs and does all that stuff?
For the most part, since Nate has joined the band, he's kind of stepped up and helped a lot with it. Before Nate was in the band, I'd say I was booking most of the gigs and getting everything together for us.
So let's back up a bit. What was your first music that kind of stuck in your head like a spear?
It's really hard to say. I had a lot of, my dad was big into the music, and that's probably what I am today, because of my father.
He had a big collection of music?
Yeah, he was into like the blues and a lot of classic rock. He was good friends with King Biscuit Boy, Richard Newell, and Sonny Del Rio. I was actually in the studio for when Sonny made his 40 years of rock and roll. I can remember being at Grand Avenue Studio for the tracks, being in there, which was a really cool thing. And then after that, my dad knew Jack Pedler, and I got lessons from him probably for about just over 2 years. He would come over every week, and my dad would pay him with a meal just for dinner. He'd come over for dinner, and then we'd take an hour or two practicing every week.
Yeah. Jack's a great guy. He's the one playing on the drums on that opening track, King of Rock and Roll. That's Mr. Jack
awesome.
Pedler. You know that, Mr. The king, the master. Troy, what was your sordid past with music?
I guess it kind of all started with me, with kind of in my parents' car. They would always be listening to like Queen and Boston and stuff like that. Boston's my dad's favorite record, and I love that record too. Yeah, so that's kind of with the classic rock roots there, but I didn't get into kind of playing music until we started our punk rock band in high school, which was called Burning Rectal Itch, or Bry. Yeah,
that's good. It's right down Main Street.
Yeah, you're damn right. Exactly, yeah, and we did, and this was with Jeff too, the other member of the band. He was also in it. I wasn't playing any instrument though. I was the singer in a punk band, so I had no role at all, just like yelling obscenities kind of thing.
Big mohawk.
Yeah, Big Mohawk was the total douchebag kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that kind of thing. But yeah, I kind of from there I picked up the bass and I just kind of loved it, Yeah,
you took to it right away.
Took to it right away.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Now tell me about the evolution of your sound, okay? Tell me about the band and how it started, and was this always the way the band sounded?
So the way the band started was kind of, me and Troy got together with another guitar player. His name was Mike Oak, and we jammed for a couple months, but he just didn't have the commitment that me and Troy had, and we probably would practice at least 2 or 3 times a week easily for a few hours, and he would come once a week for 15, 20 minutes kind of thing. So we just kind of decided that it was something we needed to find people that were more committed and like us. And originally we started off with covering Sober by Tool. That was like one of our songs. And then from there we kind of went, me and Troy just started writing like just drum and bass kind of stuff. And then from there we got Jeff in the mix. And he started laying down. See, our sound was completely different before we met Nate. Yeah. I think we were more rock, and there was no reggae whatsoever.
It's a wicked hybrid right now because it's reggae, but it's not reggae. It's heavily influenced, and that is it brings people in. The elements of reggae are profound and well known, but it has that classic rock element that all of you grew up with as well. So when people describe your sound, what do they call it?
Heavy reggae.
Heavy reggae?
Usually it's like, what the hell is your sound? That's how they describe it.
It's tough to do when it's your own thing, but people want that little soundbite.
Yeah, I think Graham Rockingham kind of made a quote saying we're like a Sublime-esque sound with Tool-like jams, I guess he said.
Prog rock or something.
Prog rock, Tool, something like that. So that was the kind of...
quote,
Yeah, so when was your first gig as
a 4-piece?
Sessions, as a 4-piece.
January of, not this year, but last year, right?
At the Absinthe, yeah, with
Yeah, at the
it was a
Absinthe.
Rage Against the Machine cover band.
Yeah, we
Awesome
opened for
show.
them.
They play that show every year. At least they have for how many years has it been now? 2 or 3.
2 or 3. Township
They are
Rebellion.
Friggin'
Yeah.
awesome. They're really good. We're grateful to play with them.
Well, it's a community, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, and that's
Yeah.
the thing. When you start playing as a group.
Well, these guys are all buddies. Like most of the bands that we play with, they're guys that these guys went to high school with. I went to high school with guys. You know, I went to, like I told you earlier, the guys in Lee Baby Sims, Scott Marsh. I went to high school with him. I remember him from grade school. Adam Cannon, Pete Moss. I remember looking up to these guys when I was a little guy.
They
You
were
know,
the shit. Yeah.
I was listening. I went to like my first live show. I went to Sauce Rocket. And they just blew me away. I was in like a state of bliss, I would say.
And they weren't that old themselves. Like they were pretty young guys.
No, they were and that's like if they can do it, I gotta pick up this guitar. I gotta find some guys, and I played with a couple bands that never made it past the garage before I moved to Dunnville, because I lived on the Hamilton Mountain as a young feller, and then high school in Dunnville, and then came back here. I had to come back here.
You know, it keeps bringing you back. That's the thing about Hamilton, Ontario. You know, if you're a musician, it's a place that you have to be. You know, it's really rich in a musical tradition, and it's a great community. We're gonna get you to spin up. You're gonna play a little live music for us.
okay.
We're gonna play something off of your brand new CD, Slam Funk, and we're gonna be talking about this tonight. But we love live music here at Boxo Studio. It's what makes things percolate. It makes the world come alive, and it makes us feel good each and every Wednesday. So what you gonna do for us?
So this one is not off of the CD, for the record. We're going to play a song called The Heist. And this is a song about holding back...
The Urge.
The urge, yeah, exactly. From whatever it is, achieving a dream, stealing a diamond, whatever it be. It's about, you know, you've got that block in your brain that says, maybe I shouldn't do this, but you really want to. It'll be on our next record for sure.
Well, you're hearing it right here at barbershoppodcast.com.
It's now or never. I think that I'm gonna flake out.
Oh, yeah, that'd be sweet. That is Dead End Sessions with The Heist, a song that's in the bank for the next record. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that? But what's in this particular release right here? This is the new baby. It's less than a month old. It's only a couple weeks out. You've had an official release. You got some songs that you've been loving and caring for, building and creating for a long time. Tell me about the songs on this CD and tell me about making this.
All right. Well, let's say 4 of the songs existed before I joined the band as, they existed as ideas and stuff like that. So the Rice is one of kind of mine, and Zombies as well. Is a track that's I kind of had before I joined the band. I was jamming with my buddy Andy, and we had every intention of starting a 3-piece, but we just could never get the time, never get together. So for instance, Rice is a reggae rock hybrid, but it didn't start out that way. I just kind of had this cool chorusy finger-picking riff that I was jamming on, and the last time we had to play as a 3-piece, we were playing at It's Your Festival, and this was not this year, but last year. Yep. Last year's It's Your Festival, and Jeff couldn't make it, so we said, well, we don't really want to try to pull off what we normally pull off. Let's do a reggae set. We'll turn all of our songs into reggae songs. So we did, and some of them sounded good. This one particularly sounded really good as a kind of a reggae rock, and that was the kind of birth of our core sound, I would say. And
it was a way to get these divergent songs to kind of
exactly.
have this cohesion where they sound the same.
We jammed it as a reggae song, and it just never came back. We never went back to the other version of it. And so we've really made it into something completely weird and different.
Those are those great little true stories. Yeah. So quite often those are the things that happen, and you're your own best judgment. And they often say that you don't fool yourself. If something sucks, it sucks. If something's good, it's good. Yeah. You got good communication that way. No egos in the band. Everyone's on the same page.
Yeah, no egos whatsoever.
Yeah. No, I'm a real dickhead sometimes.
As for the other songs, they all started as instrumental songs. Like when we jammed for a long time as just the 3 of us, Jeff and Adam and I should say. And you can almost hear that on the other songs that he was not talking about. They're very instrumentally driven kind of thing. So we didn't have any lyrics for them, so we were filling in the cracks with just more cool musical stuff, I guess.
Yeah. And then when you got jammed the lyrics, though, you had this really great bed, lay it on top of. And probably sparked a lot of lyrical ideas from the feel of it.
Well, that's what I like. I like these guys had the songs together, and they said, okay, we've got all the riffs, we've got the chorus, we've got the bridge, we got everything ready. We just need lyrics and a melody. Yeah. So that's where I came in, and I kind of... So what's the title of the song? What's the song about? Kind of stuff like that. There wasn't really any solid ideas. These are just names. So I'm doing my best to kind of come up with something that's at least relevant to the name in some way.
The names have no relevance anyways, though. A
lot of the lyrics come from me and Troy sitting in a bedroom, facing each other, and he's playing the riff over and over again, and I've got my fingers pressed to my temples, and I'm like, okay, I gotta come up with some lyrics for these songs, and I'll write it in I'll scribble it in a notebook and sing it back to him, and if he says it's good, then it stays.
Yeah, I like that. I like working like that, and I think that it really gives birth to a lot of great ideas.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna hear it. We're gonna find out where this is available, where you can get a hold of it. And we got it right here. We're gonna actually listen to Rice. I think that's a good one to start with. Dead End Sessions, Slam Funk, right here at barbershoppodcast.com.
Should have started. Oh, how is this gonna end? couldn't release me. Oh, 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 I'm lost in the light again. Oh, 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 I'm lost in the fire. Oh, 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 where is my only friend? Oh, 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 am I ever gonna find him? And I wanted to be someone, but you couldn't release me. And I wanted, want you to be there by my side, but all you do is run and hide. And I wanted, want you to be there by my side, but all you do is run and hide. But all you do is run and hide from me. Oh, 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 I'm lost in the fire again. Oh, 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 I've lost the desire. Oh, 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 I'm never gonna find my friend. Oh, 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 it doesn't even matter. And I wanted to be someone, but you couldn't release me. And I wanted, want you to be there by my side, but all you do is run and hide. And I wanted, want you to be there by my side, but all you do is run and hide. But all you do is run and hide from me.
Now that was some serious rock and roll. It's got some good feel to it. You know, when you come and you give birth to something like this, it's got to give you like the strength and power to go on to the next stage, right? So tell me about the evolution of the music. Do you think that you're in a nice, comfortable spot, or are you constantly striving to change your sound?
I wouldn't say we have a definitive sound. We'd have no boundaries when we're writing these songs. Like what we're jamming right now, a lot of reggae kind of influence, rock influence. But there's some of our songs that dip into the heavier side of things, more Rage Against the Machine influence from these guys. Yeah. I have a lot of Nirvana influence, a lot of Pearl Jam. That's the guys where I was listening to when I was 14, and that's, you know, I want to be a rock star because I'm listening to these guys. So that's a lot of where my stuff comes from. So you're hearing like a little bit from everything, like a little bit of Bob Marley, a little bit of Sublime, maybe the Police in there somewhere, Rage, Tool, just anything.
And I hear this, it's nice because as an older guy, when the younger bands come out, I see something that is familiar for me because it's generational, and yet it's completely original and completely unique, and yet it draws from all of these sources that I grew up with and I loved. And it's really encouraging for me, for someone who's exposed to the youth music via television and radio to actually experience live music. Get your ass out to a live music club. Support the clubs that provide live music, and you can see, real original music, and you can see that perseveres and it sustains, right? So tell me about what you're kind of doing right now and what you got kind of stacked up for the next little while in front of you.
What do we got going on, Adam?
Right now we have a couple gigs lined up. We're playing, what's the first gig with Lee Baby Slims? Is that the 17th?
That'll be the 17th of this month at Casbah.
Casbah, it's a Thursday night. We're playing with
their
Lee
local showcase kind of thing.
With us, it's just the two of us right now on the bill, so it's...
I'll have to get someone else kick ass on that.
Yeah, we're hoping someone else is going to join us, but...
They're good enough, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, fantastic.
They're plenty good enough.
And then after that, I believe we're playing the first Saturday of July, which is the 7th of August. We're playing Jackson Square Rooftop, which we've played that.
That's kind of a Hamilton rite of passage in its own right, isn't it?
Yeah, we've been playing that probably for about 3 or 4 years now. Even before we had Nate as a singer, and we just kind of did the instrumental kind of dead end sessions. We played there. That was probably one of our first gigs. We played, and then after that, we're playing at Cactus Festival on the Saturday, which I believe is the 17th.
Well, we'll link to your page. We'll link to your page and all that there.
What else? We're doing The Doors actually on August 6th.
August 6th, we're playing with a band Noise Floor. Which they're awesome.
Amazing.
And then I'm not too sure what the headliner is. They're a band from Ottawa. I can't remember the name. And then...
Never mind. I thought
You're busy though,
It's a
which
word.
is good.
and then we're playing a gig in, I think it's October for Tommy Gunn's birthday.
Nice.
Which is going to be an
Mr.
awesome show.
Graisley Jr. Love that man, Tommy Gunn.
Yeah, that's going to be a great party.
fan of those guys.
Yeah, and like he's one of the first people who came in here. He supported us. We support him, and he's a great thing to have as a resource in Hamilton. He brings the energy. And again, I hark back to the community. You support your brother. Go out to and quite often that's the problem is that I look around in a room when the band's playing, and 60% of the crowd are other musicians. It's like what the general populace needs to come out and experience this. Musicians know what's good. You know what's good. We bring it to you, a little taste of it, via the internet. But there's no substitute for live music. I get some live music each Wednesday, and I'm gonna get you to play another live tune for us in here at Boxo Studio. What do you got for us?
We'll do Veradero. Why not? Okay, we're just gonna tune down for a second here.
Tune down.
Tuning down. Got a buddy called Graham, and he is not a big fan of trying to hide tuning. He thinks that bands should be really honest about when they're tuning, and not use tuners that silence the guitar. You should be very honest and open with the crowd.
If you could do it quickly, I guess you're right.
These guys are tuning harps.
If you guys are jamming along at home, we're in drop D minus a step.
So is that like drop C or?
No, drop C dot.
Drop C.
As it says on my tuner.
Drop
We're
C.
real musicians. Yeah.
Dot,
Drop
eh?
C dot.
Is that like a sharp or a flat?
The dot is a sharp or a flat. I believe.
One of the two?
A sharp.
Okay, I'll give a little bit of background maybe on this
Sure.
tune. So this song's called Veradero, and I was in Veradero. Well, I was in Cuba this year, but I was in Veradero a couple years ago. I think grade 10 in high school, and went in September, and that's hurricane season for down there. So we got there maybe 2 days, and then Hurricane Ike just wipes out whatever's around. There's coconuts flying everywhere, winds going. We got evacuated from our hotel. We had to go stay at another resort that had less glass windows and a lot closer to the ground. Couldn't go out on the beach, couldn't, the bars were open, and we were all just kind of sitting around drinking, watching this big swirl on the news going over exactly where we were sitting. And we're like, oh, okay. But it's okay. So that was grade 10, and I'm 22 now. So it took me until this year, I think, to figure out I had to put this into a song. Like, this is an experience that's got to go into a song. and I finally found the right context for it. And I'm just jamming on this weird kind of almost grungy chord progression, and I recorded it that day, and I sent it to these guys, and I said, "What do you think of this song?" And you know, immediately I was getting thumbs up on the Facebook Messenger, like, yeah, we'll do that one, yeah, for sure. So so of course, and then I met up with Troy. We've kind of finalized it, added in a couple extra snippets, and right away when we jammed it as a band, we just like almost like felt electrified,
like the storm itself, right here.
So this is Veradero.
Yeah, that's Dead End Sessions with Veradero at barbershoppodcast.com. You can follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher Radio. Google that shit, barbershoppodcast.com. Like us, share it, get us around. We're like that.
Podcast Barber.
At Podcast Barber on
Podcast
Twitter.
Barber, yeah.
I do tweet at least once a week. I think we're one of the few people that have more followers than tweets. You know, it's kind of cool.
We do neglect the Twitter.
We do. We
Well,
but
that's
it's like
you got a hold of us on Twitter.
exactly. I still use it
Yeah.
all the time, but like I'm a Facebook guy because I don't
Yeah.
like being limited to 140 words
Yeah.
all the time, right?
For sure.
But they're all, this is what you do. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about promoting your band and the do-it-yourself kind of world that we live in. Everything's budget. It's tight. Musicians are hard scrabble at the best of times. What are you doing as far as promoting and making your name and yourselves known? Like, what are the tricks that you found have worked?
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Or maybe not tricks. Maybe it's just a good old elbow
the
grease.
online presence is a must. Unfortunately, as much as you want to step away from Facebook. Facebook kind of seems like a brain melter at times. You know what I mean? But that is the only way that we can get our message across at this point. But having said that, I mean, we dip into YouTube. We just revamped our Twitter not too long ago. Finally got the @Dead End Sessions back from the. Oh, we got a website now too, like an official.com. Like that feels cool.
DeadEndSessions.com.
Yeah.
DeadEndSessions.com. Please visit this website.
Yeah, you got the good one. You got the .com.
Yeah.
Nice.
We had we had a UK address for like a minute.
Well, that was kind of cool. Everyone think, they must be cool with their Britpop, right?
Yeah.
That was our gimmick.
So tell me about the recording of the CD. Was it a painful, painless process?
It was painless, man. We loved it.
It was a lot of fun.
That was awesome. We went to Dunnville, Ontario, my hometown. We call it. Yep. So we recorded with Mitch Bowden of Chore, and he did everything. Was in the loft of a barn garage kind of conversion thing, and he had a lot of gear. You'll see a little label maker label on it that said Treble Charger, and you're looking at like Treble Charger use this to record their record. You know what I mean? It was really cool. A lot of 90s Canadian indie stuff involved with that. That's his influence as well. But the studio was really cool. He was really cool. He didn't overproduce anything. He didn't really tell us to do anything. He just put the microphones in front of us and sat at the computer and twisted the knobs.
Nothing better than a pleasurable recording experience.
Exactly.
A lot of the drums and bass are pretty much one take.
Yeah, for
we
the
just
most part.
we just went in there. We didn't use a click track just because our songs we have a little bit of off timings and changes in tempo, which makes it a little bit, with the click track, a little bit harder to do. So we kind of just went with the ghost tracks. We all jammed it out, and then every song we just had playing through the drums, and then 1 or 2 takes. Every song, drums and bass were done. We got them done in probably like
under 20 hours.
I think it was
everything.
like 10 hours. Like for the two of us, we were probably 6 hours, and we were done everything, and then it was just up to the guitar and vocals.
Crazy good. That's nice. So I'm going to spin another tune off the CD, Comatose. Comatose. Yeah, it kind of brings in the whole spirit of element of the band.
Yeah.
Anything you want to tell us about it, or just
I think
let it
this
roll?
is the first song as a band we
This
kind of
would be-
put
yeah.
together that was one of our songs that we didn't have without vocals, and it's really cool to hear your song come together when before we had no vocals, no real layout to the song, and it was just changed when hopefully it's right, and then adding in the vocals just killed the song and made it so much better.
I remember like back when me and you used to jam it, it was like I just came in with a new riff and hey, yeah, we got to try this, and it was awesome, and such a good feeling to hear it come together as a song.
Yeah, because I remember our first jam, you guys were like, well, we got one song that's kind of reggae-ish.
Yeah.
And like, look, we can jam this one. And like, I was like, oh yeah, we got to put some words and some stuff to that. And like,
And it gave birth to this.
that was, I think that, part of why we're,
probably,
what we are today.
Why you're even here.
Jamming
today.
I'd say when Nate was doing the vocals, Mitch, who was recording us, just said like, this must have been your first song, I can tell, because he was just so comfortable in the studio, like doing the vocal tracks for this one.
All right, then. Dead End Sessions at barbershoppodcast.com. Comatose.
sorry. I'm on an astral plane beyond my bed. Won't you bring me down to earth? Won't you bring me down to earth? Can't get the smell of booze from my clothes. Can't wipe the blood from my broken nose. Can't shake the soul from my bones. Will you hate me when I come home in the morning, baby?
BarbershopPodcast.com. We got some great times going on here. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Next week, we're early show. Is that not right, Ryan Cannon? 7 p.m. we're going to roll.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe 7 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah, we got the Zills in here. We're going to have a little...
So 7 o'clock means 7:15.
Zillis, yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're
We'll aim
gonna
for
rock
7.
it out
7-ish.
next week. Yeah. Takes all types in here. You know, everyone comes in. It's such a rich community. And I'm telling you, each and every week, we bring in great music, great live music. People love to come in and share their stories. They love to come in and share their music. We love to have you. Again, I implore you, go out on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, somewhere there's live music happening. Go out instead of going to the movies or instead of, doing something.
Who wants to pay $19 for a movie?
Who wants to pay $19 for a movie? Go out and see some live music and feed your soul. It's good stuff. Talk about some heavy duty musical influences right now. Who have you kind of hooked up, and who are you paying attention to right now that's kind of tickled your fancy musically?
For me right now, I'm kind of getting back into the old punk rock thing. For me, I don't know. I just like it hard and fast for the most part.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But yeah, the usual kind of thing, Rage Against the Machine and Tool is definitely up there as the favorites. But I'm lately it's been Catch-22 and Bad Religion and just the old punk bands and ska bands and stuff like that. Really weird mix.
Yeah, it's nice when you mix it up like that. How about you?
Right now, probably the band that I'm listening to the most would probably be Monster Truck.
Yeah, they're kicking ass, aren't they?
They're awesome, and they're from Hamilton, which makes them that much better.
Yeah.
They put on
We're
some
still
great
fishing.
shows.
We're still trying. Saying, hey, nobody's too big for Barbershop Podcast, baby. Come on in, man. We love y'all.
That'd be cool.
How about you?
For me, I've always had a musical identity crisis happening with influences. Of course, I mentioned the folk. A friend of mine turned me on to a lot of folk music. New guys, Gregory Alan Isakov and stuff like that. But my first, like I said, Black Sabbath was one of the big ones. Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Blind Melon, like I spoke to you earlier. Listening, and the first time I heard No Rain, I was 3 years old. At least the first time I remember hearing it.
Yep.
3 years old, dancing around the living room, and I'm like, oh my God, this is... And that's a part of the reason why I wanted to get into songwriting and stuff, because the emotion that created within me from that song was like, if I can recreate that emotion for somebody else, then I've succeeded. You know what I mean?
It's hard to describe to someone who's never had that happen to them, who's never heard music and felt a complete textured landscape inside of them. And when it happens at a really young age like that, it's life changing. You know, you'd say like, you know, it could have been a fireman or a pilot or anything like that. But when you hear music and it affects your soul and your emotions and it makes you soar like that, you realize the power of it. And I think we tend to forget, and it kind of gets buried. And it's certainly plastic wrapped and commercialized. There's a lot of crap out there, but you know, good on you guys for making real good original live music. So spin us up a little more. We speed it up here and get a little more.
Well, like when you listen to us, you'll hear, like I said, Tool. You'll hear Rage Against the Machine, punk. There's a lot of punk influence from these guys. But then when I joined the band, Troy's a punk. Troy's a fucking punk.
Yeah. And you're a hippie. And you got the punky hippie.
But when I joined the band, I was looking for a reggae ska band. I was like, maybe I can convert these guys. Maybe these guys like Sublime. Maybe these guys like Bob Marley. Luckily enough, like our first jam, we were jamming Bob Marley and Sublime, and we're like, oh, fuck yeah, like this is perfect. So that's what, like, I mean, I've listened to everything that Bob Marley's ever done. I've got this guy, like I see Bob Marley there, I see Bob Marley there. This is like my apartment. Like I've got Bob Marley's everywhere you look, and it's not
everybody be needing some
For me, it's like a reggae music. It just resonates with my soul, and of course Sublime was a good bridge between the reggae, like the Bob Marleys that I was listening to, Peter Tosh, Bunny Wailer, that kind of stuff, versus the Nirvana and the Pearl Jam that I was listening to on the other end. Sublime really brought that together almost in a rock reggae blend. They were the first third wave ska that really did that. Well, there were others too, but
they had a good commercial run.
Yeah, exactly.
Introduced us to it.
And the catchy songs, the melodies, the lyrics, the hooks. Brad Noel just really knew what he was doing with that, and so listening to that on repeat over and over again really shaped my songwriting for sure. And that's where I kind of got the influence. I need a song with a good melody, a good hook, reggae chords, stuff like that.
Crazy. I want you to play another one for us live. We need to feel the rhythm.
Well, we'll get really rhythmical with Bad Karma.
Oh, the good karma, bad karma, don't matter as long as it's karma.
Oh, shit.
New song.
Oh, yeah, you caught me off guard there.
He was going to play it in the flat tuning, and he would have said, let's see him save himself from that.
I've done that.
Yeah, it's like, boy, oh boy, and it's too late you don't stop, right?
Yeah,
That's the one thing as a drummer.
As the drummer, you don't stop.
No, what's the penalty for stopping?
Being embarrassed by everyone there. So no matter what happens, as the drummer, you do not stop. But some of my other bandmates have stopped, and it's a little sketchy, but you carry out what you can, and as the drummer, at least, you carry them.
And if
you
one of
don't
them's
stop.
dancing around, it almost seems like it was on purpose.
Yeah. No, that's Troy when he mutes his tuner, and then he's got no sound, and he's dancing around.
At least once a show, yeah.
Damn red light.
That's my signature move, yeah.
Yeah, if he doesn't unplug a chord, he's hitting the tuner by mistake.
I'm a pro.
Well, let's bring it, boys. What you got for us?
All right, so without any further ado, Bad Karma.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's some bad karma.
It's another new one.
It's another new one. Another one that's in the bank. Another one's in the bank there. For Dead End Sessions, who have just released June 17th their latest, greatest CD, which you must get. Slam Funk, tell me about the title, because we've got a video that we're going to spin in a little bit of the same.
Yeah, Slam Funk is the name of a track on the album. These guys came up with the name.
Jeff, actually, the other guitarist, came up with the name along with a slew of other names that were amazing. Some of which, like Moby, Vagina, and I wish I could name them all because they were spectacular, but it came down to like 1 or 2 out of the 50. This guy can come up with some names, I tell you.
So you did the editing on this video, right?
On the video I did, yeah.
And like, and we did the same thing with Exile. It's like we kind of called out a few friends and stuck a camera in their hand and said, you know, just shoot some stuff. And you got to be creative in that element too. It's staffing, making it happen. Oh, yeah. So it's a live performance video, but good recording and cut up. Tell me about the video. Yeah,
the video is a lot of the footage is a lot of stationary kind of GoPro footage, just from because like I'm playing the show. It's hard for me to film the show too, right? But I did have some help at a recent CD release party. My buddy Com came over, who I go to school with as well, and did a lot of the footage for me. And Adam's mother does filming for us all the time. She takes all our photos. She's a spectacular photographer. And a lot of the footage is from those two people and the GoPro.
Yeah, if you're ever looking for a good photographer, Loretta Ward.
Oh, yeah, she's spectacular. Yeah, but yeah, it's just kind of cut up to the music, and it's just kind of shows us how the kind of fun band that we are, I guess.
Well, clearly Slam Funk is more than just a song. It's a title track. It's the one you chose to pick the video about. What did you love about the song?
I don't know.
Everything?
Punch in the face.
Yeah. It's more than just the song. It's the name and the meaning of it. I think
it's your mission statement.
Nate can kind of describe it the best. How it like.
I think Nate really likes the song that much, to be honest.
But the title,
at least not the lyrics, I think.
Well, it is like it's a slam. So the slam is like the hit that the song really grabs you by your loins, you know. The funk it's a little funky, you know what I mean? It was actually my girlfriend that suggested to me the title of that should be the title of the album, just because it really describes the sound in general.
Damn straight.
You know, like we could almost list that as our genre.
Yeah, exactly.
Never mind an album.
Exactly.
You know?
It's very efficient, very effective, and we're going to give you a little slab of it right here on barbershoppodcast.com. The Dead End Sessions with Slam Funk right here for you.
Let's do this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
tell you, that was a bit of drum abuse right there on the stage. You were bashing them up there good, my friend. I like what you do there. Well, it's a great blend. It's rock and roll. It's punk. It's reggae. It is original music from Hamilton, Ontario, Dead End Sessions. Check their latest CD out, Slam Funk. We got to hear. We're playing it for you right here at barbershoppodcast.com. And, share the podcast, share this episode. If you like the band, everyone is looking to increase their audience share. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. And if you're not eating dogs, somebody's eating you. Yeah. So tell me about, we're going to probably spin off one more live tune, but tell me about, the music, and what it means to you vis-a-vis like a statement and a mission, as opposed to just being something you do that makes you feel good or something that occasionally throws $1 or $2 in your pocket. What's music mean to you?
Music to me is just having fun playing what we like. It doesn't matter if you don't like it, I like it. If you don't like it, it's too bad for you. We're doing what we like.
It sounds like you because you don't care. You're not trying to make it sound like something. And do you find that the same?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the number one goal, is just to kind of play whatever we want to play, and if people like it, that's a plus. But yeah, we just kind of want to rate our songs and play them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Everyone is in agreement, right?
No,
What is 3?
For sure. In regards to I agree.
So it's no great mission statement. You're not out to save the world. You're just spread the love and the joy, right?
Actually, I would call us an anti-hipster movement.
Thank you. I like that.
I would call
you are a hipster replacement.
I mean, I don't want to trash any hipster bands, because there's a lot of good indie bands and stuff like that. So don't get the wrong idea. But
we're not gonna dress up the way that you
we're
like.
not gonna wear the clothes and the Ray-Bans and all this stuff that everyone thinks that the musicians should wear. We're not gonna play with the right effects that they should think that we should play.
When we take a photo shoot, we don't dress up. We wear what we wear every day. It's not.
Jeff's wearing his fucking swimsuit in our and then we were in the Spectator, in the View, and he's wearing his swimsuit and like a really stupid T-shirt.
5-man wolf pack.
Yeah, no, and there's always a group of people who appreciate that. When I was playing Captain Easy with Ryan, we played combos. We didn't have big stacks, and I was a big guy, and the lead singer was a tiny, and people would go in and go, clearly these guys didn't manufacture this. It's like you wouldn't put this together on purpose. It kind of grew holistically.
Yeah.
So that's what it's about. That's true music. That's real music. We're going to get one more live tune out of these guys. Fortunate for us. What are you going to play for us, guys?
We're going to do a song called Zombies. This one is off of the CD. However, what you're going to hear is a little bit more reggae oriented.
There you go, a little barbershop podcast
This is a throwback Wednesday to the festival.
It's your festival.
It's your festival.
The Canada Day Festival.
Where we reggaeified our entire set list. So it doesn't matter what the song was, it became a reggae song that day. But when we jam as a 3-piece, this is almost tradition for us, I would say.
It's just easier to play.
Yes.
It's easier.
You don't have to think about it.
You don't need distortion.
Thinking hurts.
Yeah.
So, Zombies.
Zombies, right here at barbershoppodcast.com.
Oh, shoot. I got the intro to this one, too.
Absolutely. The Reggae Zombie here from barbershoppodcast.com. We've got Dead End Sessions. Had a wonderful session with them, as we do each and every Wednesday right here. For Gary Greenland. Gary, thanks for coming out and helping with the audio again tonight. Appreciate your efforts each and every week, helping Ryan Cannon out. Ryan Cannon, the great work, switching our video, making it happen, doing all the computer magic that is so great, that brings it to you. You know, we do this out of the love and because, well, you know, I think we have something better to do. No, there's nothing better to do, is there?
No.
There's nothing better to do than this.
Music.
Check it
nothing
in,
better.
guys. You know, I'm sorry that Jeff couldn't make it. Hopefully he chalked up a win tonight, and he stopped the
Hopefully the neighbors won.
Go Neighbors.
Go Neighbors, each and every one. But for Nate, Troy, and Adam, you know, guys, thanks so much for coming in, sharing your
Thanks for
music
having
with
us,
us.
Thank you so much for having us.
It was great. No, you know, it's like I'm glad we made this happen. And this is, you know, remember, you'll never be younger and never be prettier. It's in cyberspace now forever. So we're out there.
We're immortalized.
Tell your friends, tell your enemies. We don't care. Thanks so much. From barbershoppodcast.com. Take care.